I know that you're all wondering, would he do it? After being copyright strike to hell with the last Hunter x Hunter review for a chapter, would Real Life Ryan actually come back and continue to review Hunter x Hunter? And while I was reading this chapter, Hisoka said, "I'm quite fond of the chaos." And I completely agree. But of course, what that does mean is I'm going to have to use as limited manga panels as possible, so when I'm trying to explain my points and the things that are going on in the story, unfortunately, you're going to have to look at my ugly face this entire video almost, but, you know, maybe I'll just throw a panel or two up there just for fun. And once again, there are so many things happening within this chapter, so let's take it piece by piece. First of all, this chapter picks up directly where the last one left off, where Nobunaga was going to go head-to-head with the serial killer from the Hylia family that can phase through walls. Forgive me, I forgot his name. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because he got a sword through his head through the first panel of this chapter. And I was talking in the last chapter review how this could have gone either way, where something really special could have happened out of this character in this fight, or Nobunaga could have defeated him within 2 seconds, which is exactly what happens. And I love it because it shows the power scaling of what we're dealing with here. You know, all of the people in the Hylia family that Morena has kind of sent out in order to kill people, to grow their nen abilities, to create a nen ability, to get stronger. You know, all of these people, they don't have the type of foresight, the type of strategy, the type of understanding, the type of experience, every single thing that goes into what the Phantom Troop are. The Phantom Troop are on this extra level, and just like in the last chapter again, how Hisoka took out Zakaru and what's the other one's names? Lynch very, very quickly. It's just, you don't understand the level of power difference that is here and the level of experience that just these people will just never have. And as dangerous as the Mafia may be, and they are very dangerous to regular people, but when you're dealing with the Phantom Troop and Hisoka, these are people that are just living on that extra paradigm of life. So I love how quickly that battle ended. Nobunaga's like, I have no idea who you are, what you're talking about. And it's like, all right, we killed your serial killer. So, you know, what's next? And now the Phantom Troop had already decided that they were going to take out Morena for the Cha'ar family that they're working for. But now they've decided also that they're just going to take out the entire Hylia family. Like all of the serial killers, everyone that's involved with them, Morena included, everyone. And why are they deciding to do this? Because they can't. They're the Phantom Troop. Also, getting in good with the Mafia groups allows them to travel the ship how they please. They can get in and out pretty much everywhere. They have all of this exclusive access. Like, these are powerful people, and even though the Phantom Troop can physically overpower them and dominate over them, you know, with all the inner workings that are happening on the ship, it would make sense to have the Mafia in your back pocket. You don't want to just eliminate all of them. You want to use them for your benefit. So, as the Cha'ar is trying to use the Phantom Troop to take out the Hylia, because that's great for them, the Phantom Troop will also use them for whatever means that they need. Now, while this is happening, we cut back to what is happening with Hisoka. And the greatest thing about this is that you would think that he was going to force Zakaru to take him to their leader, to take them to, you know, the CU family, to show him exactly, you know, who is this person that sent out these people looking for him. But instead, what did Hisoka do? Well, Hisoka was a very nice gentleman and asked him to go see a movie with him. And when Zakaru tried to decide what movie to see, I don't know what he chose, but it must have been a shitty movie because Hisoka knocked him the fuck out and threw him in the garbage. Which I completely understand that. I mean, I hate when people have shitty movie taste. And instead, Hisoka went to go see the motherfucking Thing. Yeah, John Carpenter's The Thing is canon in the Hunter x Hunter universe. They are watching Kurt Russell right now in the snow battle an alien creature. By the way, I just did a review of The Thing like a week ago on this channel. So if you want to see my opinion on the movie that Hisoka is currently watching, just go to my channel and watch my review of The Thing. It's a great film. They find Hisoka sitting there, chilling out, watching the movie, probably just like getting super giddy every single time somebody's body explodes. You know, he's prepping himself for the fight. Also, he's in theater number 8, so I don't know if that means he was planning on targeting Shizuru, which would suck because I love my goth babes with vacuums, so you know, I need that. But Hinrai comes in, sits down right next to him, and what I love about this too is Hinrai is smart. He's not just going to go in there and start fighting and throwing pigeons with handcuffs at Hisoka because that's not going to do anything, all right? Hisoka's above that shit. So instead, he sits down and he's like, look, okay, the Phantom Troop's working with this other Mafia group, but they're going after the Hylia family. We also want to go after the Hylia family. So here's the thing. We're going to team up with them briefly. We're going to destroy this family. In the meantime, would you please just wait till we're done, and then afterwards go after the troop, because it's going to cause like so much chaos if you do this. And then Hisoka's like, I love chaos. Because he's a badass, that's why. But Hinrai's like, bro, I know, bro, but look, I got you this exclusive VIP ticket to level 1. And then right then and there, my brain, the wheels started turning. My brain doesn't work that well that often, but as soon as he offered that level 1 ticket, I was like, bro, level 1, we got all of the princes and Kurapika. And I could see Hisoka going to level 1. Not to obey Hinrai, but just out of curiosity. He probably hasn't made his way up there yet. And he's immediately going to sense, Kurapika's Nen whenever he uses it. He's going to recognize that Kurapika is here. So I think we might be getting a little bit of a repeat of a Hisoka potential, team up in the same way that they did in York New City, where they're not friends or anything, they're not working, the power of friendship or some shit, but like they've got mutual benefits of like taking out the Phantom Troops. So that could happen. But then I was also thinking that when he gets up there, he is going to sense the energy of Serenich, or however the hell you say his name, and that is going to pique Hisoka's curiosity like none other, because what does Hisoka love? He loves strong, powerful people and placing himself against them and seeing how well he can do and manipulating and trying his best to kind of just do everything that Hisoka does, get in good with someone or just straight up murder them, test their potential, test to see how strong they are. And if Hisoka sees somebody like Serenich, that is like fucking, I don't even know what that is. That is like a serial killer meeting another serial killer in some weird, bizarre, like, they're so, like, both so fucking scary in so many different ways. Like, imagine, okay, so you got Hisoka, who is, like, erotically aroused by the most powerful people that he can find and try to fight. Then you have Serenich, who's not a fighter, but he's just incredibly inquisitive and smart and precocious and just like he can sense everything 10 steps ahead of itself. He's got a Nen ability where he can literally see 10 seconds into the future. He's also got a Nen beast. He's also like a serial killer. He also hates women. Like, well, he really loves what's the word he used? The kind of women he loved? Two-faced women. He loves two-faced women. So they are both so, like, disgusting and murderous. And I know that has nothing to do with this chapter. I'm sorry. I'll get back to the review. But I'm just saying my mind, the wheels started turning. And I'm like, if Hisoka finds a dude like that is going to be a potential for disaster. So that's one thing, as well with the potential return to a Kurapika team-up. So that's all happening there. And then we have the guard that was saying that he was going to take Hinrai to this secret location where he believes that the Hyali family is probably hiding out, because it was this it was on the map, but it wasn't on the map, but it was like security and like stuff was running to the room, and it was just a strange layout. And so he's like, this is probably where they're hiding, and he wanted $50 million for it. Granted. The other guy, the guy with the glasses, Kenny, I think his name is, but it's spelled like Kenni or something like that. He comes up to the dude, asks him for the same location, and it says that he's willing to pay the $50 million. And he also activates some ability that we don't know what it is, but he smiles this really creepy smile at him. Maybe Tagachi's been watching horror movies. He's got Hisoka watching The Thing. The movie Smile just came out. Maybe he's just like in the zone, man. Let's keep it going. But we don't know what the ability does yet. Somehow it's activated, but whatever it means, the guards were like, wait, don't you have this ability where like you smile and I die? And he's like, nah, dude, that's that's not true. You're fine. I totally believe him. And they go to the room. So the guard takes them to the room. Hinrai is there. They open it, and some weird, like, sketchy old guy is there. He's in the room by himself. There's nothing in the room. There's a bed, and he's, like, very freaked out. I mean, I understand you freaked out. You have, like, a military guy coming to your door with a, like automatic weapon, That is scary in itself. And then you got another guy throwing a knife in the wall next to you, which will probably turn into some, like, snake or animal or something like that in the next chapter. So he's there. He's being questioned by Hinrai, and Kenny is there too. Because now the Cha'ar family and the CU family are going to be working in unison to take out the Hyali, which is Morena, along with the Phantom Troop is working with them too. So now you have basically two mafia teams teaming up against one, which is the most potentially dangerous one. But you have the Phantom Troop here, and they sent Hisoka away. Like, go to tier 1. So that's basically what happens in this chapter. So you have this kind of moving pieces, and that's what this entire arc, Succession War, has been. This has been a game of chess. Like every single chapter, the pieces get moved. Some people get moved up, some people get taken out, some people, move across the board, other people are going space by space. That is what this arc is, and it's very carefully orchestrated, and I just got to give it up for Togashi's writing, man. Like, there are moments within the Succession War where you kind of felt like, what are we doing right now? We just set this up, and now we're doing this, and now this is happening. But when more and more chapters come out, and you look back on the entire arc as a whole, you just see how everything is just moving very, very carefully, and it's one of the, like, if we're going just straight shonen manga, of the shonen that I've read, this is one of the most intricate and creative arcs that I've ever read. Not just in Hunter x Hunter, but just in shonen in general. This is amazing, all right? I know I'm sucking Togashi's dick, but the man deserves it, all right? I hope his wife is in a Sailor Moon costume, because that would be pretty meta. But yeah, that was the basic gist of this chapter. So if you guys have read and enjoyed chapter 393, let me know what you think about it down below, and give me your thoughts and theories about where the next stage of this battle is going to go. And there's so many battles happening right now. Dude, it's just so good, man. It's just so good. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please like it and comment, because all interaction will help it be seen in the algorithm better. Also, subscribe to the channel. I did get a copyright strike on my last Hunter x Hunter video, so I don't know if this one's going to get copyright striked also, so I'd appreciate it if you gave me like as much love on the video as you possibly can before it goes away, because you don't get that missing revenue after it's gone. If your video disappears for 3 weeks, everything you could have made within that 3 weeks doesn't matter. So if you could just help the video thrive while it's up, before it gets potentially striked, I'd really, really appreciate it. So that just means likes, comments, shares, the basic shit. Other than that, guys, thank you a lot for watching. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I do manga, anime, movie reviews, all that kind of stuff, live streams, skits, yada yada, so check it out. Also, if you want to support the channel on that extra level, I have a Patreon, I have channel memberships turned on, you get exclusive content and other kind of perks, as well as a merch store, so check all that out. I'll talk to you next time.